Hey Mike, FaceTime for you.
What's up, guys? Mike Puma here, Chief Marketing Officer with Century 21 Beggins, and today we are going to do a marketing Q&A. Yes, you guys asked for it, and so I'm coming back at you with another one, and I'm going to answer everything from what's going on in a voice environment all the way to how to prospect if you're door knocking and how to use social media. And of course, I'm going to answer the number one question that I know you're all asking. Did I win my fantasy football league today or this week? Spoiler alert, I did. Hi, I'm Mike Puma, a serial entrepreneur who started my first business at 17 years old. I've gone on to market and sell everything from sporting goods to real estate. I love the process of building a brand in today's digital world. Today, I get the privilege of helping hundreds of agents every month navigate the digital landscape. I look forward to being able to help you too. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Marketing Monday, and I am in a great mood because the Redskins did not lose this week. Of course, they did not play, but they did not lose. So I'm here to answer your questions. Jonathan, hit me with them.
Pete asked, how do I leverage a recent sale?
Pete, this is an excellent question. I'm probably going to end up going on a little bit of a rant here. This is the most important thing that you can be doing, especially as a newer agent. When you get a sale, this is your opportunity. This is your touchdown. This is your chance to tell the world about it. And I do not think that agents leverage this opportunity to its full extent. And here's what I mean. If I was a University of Florida football player, I would be leveraging the fact that that gives me fame enough to be able to reach out to other business owners and executives that happen to be University of Florida football fans in order to learn and engage with them and grow my opportunity and leverage the fact that I play football to give me opportunities in other areas, right? That's a football player's opportunity. If the backup punter of the University of Florida emailed Jeff right now, who happens to be a huge Gators fan, and said, hey, I want to learn about real estate, Jeff is much more likely to respond to him because he plays football for the University of Florida. That would be an example of that guy leveraging his opportunity. For a real estate agent, your opportunity is right after a sale. That is your chance to take that and tell the world. So what I would do is couple things. If my seller is really good on camera, I would put them on camera, let them give a testimonial of why they worked with me, how the transaction went, any problems we had, and basically give a case study on camera. I would then take that video, post it on all of my networks, as well as spend $20, $30, $50, whatever your budget is, and deploy that out to my customer base or potential customer base to get their attention. You have to leverage this opportunity. If they're not good on camera, this is your chance to take a picture or go on a video in front of that house, explain how you sold it, how fast it was, then run a 1 mile radius around that address so that all the neighbors are gonna see it, and explain to them that now you can help them the same way that you just helped these folks. Leverage the opportunity. Next.
Laura asked, I like to door knock. Is there any way I can also use social media in my business?
Absolutely. First of all, congrats on door knocking. That's a very tough thing to do, but it definitely works, and it can work very, very well if you can get yourself to do it. So here's how you're going to leverage it, similar to the advice I just gave. What I would do is I would go in front of the neighborhood pylon of that neighborhood that you're going to farm or door knock, and I would literally get on camera and say, hey, just want you to put a face to the name. I'm gonna be walking around the neighborhood. I don't want you to come across as a stranger. If I can help you guys in any way, please stop me, say hi. Here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm about. And then I would deploy that for $5, $10, $20 in a 1 to 2 mile radius around that neighborhood that I was gonna be farming. And boom, you've just now made yourself more familiar with the people that you're about to knock on the door with. It's just branding, and I know it'll work.
Mark asked, what is the best way to create content without it consuming my day?
I get it. Creating content is very, very time consuming, or at least it used to be. It's not so much anymore, and here's how. There's a couple ways you can approach this. One is use Facebook search go into the search bar and just search topics of content that you want to post about and that you feel like your audience cares about. It doesn't need to be real estate focused. It can be anything. If I knew that my audience was Redskins fans, I'm going to go search Redskins, find a bunch of articles or content, and then share that across my different social networks. That's one way of doing it. Use tools as well, like Canva, Lumen 5. I've done other videos on those. Those are free tools that allow you to create awesome imagery as well as video with music for free that you can then, and it can all be done in minutes. So it shouldn't be super time consuming, especially once you do it. So go to lumen5.com. It'll take you 10 minutes to create a video with music and then deploy that out. As far as the actual content itself, you have to stop overthinking that. In the beginning, go very wide. Start producing a bunch of different type of stuff. Figure out what your audience is actually engaging with and then give them more of that. Until you know what that type of content is, you're really just guessing. So you have to play that game. You have to do your research, post a bunch of different stuff, and then go wider in the beginning. Then once you figure it out, then go really deep on that subject. And I hope that helps.
Chris asked, should I start an Alexa skill or is it still too early?
So Chris, this is an interesting thing. So we are actually in the process of building one ourselves as a brokerage. I can tell you that unlike a lot of things, and I know it will be this way in 5 to 7 years, you cannot just easily create an Alexa skill. It takes coding. So if you have that skill set, awesome. If you know someone with that skill set, awesome. If you don't, understand that it's going to be a semi-expensive kind of event for you to be able to create a skill. There's some cheaper things that you can do. There are some Alexa updates that you can give that are a little bit less expensive to do that might help you in the immediate future. I do think we're a little early from mass consumption, but I would always say that if we can get you to start that process and create a framework of understanding the technology, how to use it, what type of content to deploy on it, the earlier the better. I wouldn't be spending 100% of my time, but if you can spend 15-20% of your time, and even if it's not you building your own Alexa skill, but listening to those that are already built or just using the technology in general, that will surely help you as it becomes more mainstream because we're not that far away. So I hope that helps. I don't know if I directly answered your question. I do think that Alexa's definitely coming, all voice is coming. So pay attention to it the best you can and get involved in it as much as you can.
Trisha asked, I keep hearing voice is coming. How do you think voice will be used in real estate, specifically when it comes to agents?
Trisha, great question. 100% voice is coming. So here's how I kind of see this. I believe, and I'll go on camera right now and say it, I believe that Zillow but probably Realtor.com are going to get acquired by companies such as Google and Apple within the next 24, 36, 48 months. I firmly believe that, and here's why. The game of search is changing, right? And so in the same way that Google went out and bought YouTube because they wanted a better platform in order when you did video search on Google, you were actually searching on YouTube. So when you do those videos, it's actually using YouTube's framework to pull back the videos. YouTube in itself has become one of the largest search platforms on the planet. So Google went after them. I believe that they will do the same thing on a Zillow or Realtor.com basis because they want that framework for their search. I firmly believe that in the next 24 to 36 months, someone's going to be able to walk into their family room and say, hey Alexa, I'm thinking about selling my home. What do you think it's worth? I can tell you 100% that today there's technology out there. We are actually working on developing it ourselves here that when they say that, it will not only give them a value, it will give them an accurate value that's integrating with the AVM and RVM of that house. So the same process that you as a realtor would be doing now to begin the CMA process, a piece of technology is going to do in seconds for free, and it can already do that today. Imagine where it's going to go over the next few years. So 100% it's coming. The way I think it's going to really impact is that. I think the initial surge is going to be on search. If you're not going to be involved, you really already are not, but you're definitely not going to be involved as the agent during the search process. That's already going to get done. I think where you're going to be able to bring value is, how do you brand yourself so that when that person walks in that room and says, hey Alexa, I'm thinking about selling my house, call a realtor, instead of saying that, they say your name. And that's how you have to be thinking about it from a voice environment. So the only way to win that game is to really, really brand yourself locally within the community that you want to own, be the mayor of that town, start a podcast, which is voice in nature, and start deploying that type of content to your direct area that you want to own and become their resource. If you do that, they'll come in and say, hey, call Trisha, not call a realtor, and that's how you're going to win the voice game. But 100% it's coming. If you have more questions, or if I didn't answer anything the way that you wanted to today, please comment below, DM us, however you want to contact us. We're here to help, and I'll see you guys again next week. If you have not done so already, smash that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Go Skins.